And I do apologize. This is my final presentation. This is for this series. We do have one more late on Thursday this week. So we do have one more presentation coming up. And my apologies for misspeaking on that one. But we are close to finalizing this series for this session. So we've done our kind of our Europe University, our Club Royal University, if you will. This is our third round that we've done, and it's very exciting. So hopefully you guys are getting good information, lots of stuff. And of course, if you're joining us later on YouTube, this is something that is recorded so that you guys can go back and watch it as you have a chance. All right. Well, it is the top of the hour, so we will go ahead and kick off. Again, welcome to our session this morning. We are talking about trends in sales. And this morning, I am joined by Gianni, who has been with us for a little while here at Royal Caribbean. He is going to tell you guys a little bit about his time here. He's been in sales for quite a while. Gianni, tell us a little bit about this.
Hi, thank you, Christy. Welcome, everyone. I cannot tell you much about my background career, my career, because I've been working for 43 years. So if I try to squeeze everything, this would be difficult. But let me tell you this, we can divide this very, very long period in two different 20-year slots. The first one is the analogic world. Following my analogic education, imagine a world without computers or internet and so on. And of course, then the last 20 years, I'm in the digital world, which for me means change, of course, and also an incredible acceleration, pace of change, which is what we are basically experiencing right now. And that's why it's always important to stay on top of the new trends in sales and marketing.
Absolutely. Well, let's go ahead and talk a little bit about some of the different trends that we are seeing in sales and in marketing as well a little bit. So there are some different trends that we're seeing in tourism in a broader sense, and that's what we're going to start with. So digitalization is definitely one of those things that we are seeing coming in quite a bit at this point in time, if you haven't noticed. And Royal Caribbean has already answered that call quite nicely. We have both Cruising Power as well as the Royal app for our customers, for our guests. Once they're ready to get on board, the Royal app is something that you can pull up on your phone, and it's going to give you all sorts of information, starting with your check-in and your muster drill, and then allowing you to go all the way through the cruise process, keeping track of your itinerary, your schedule, what the dress code for the night is, if it's formal or Caribbean or white night. There's so many options. It's all on the app. And of course, we talked about this a couple weeks ago. We got Next Cruise, and you can even book your next cruise just directly from the app here while you're on the ship. So it's absolutely fantastic, great way to keep up. But then you guys have Cruising Power. That's a tool that you guys have access to, that resource that you can use for your customers before they get to the ship. If you want to price out beverage packages or shore excursions or other extras that can be done for your guests, that is all there for you as well. And we've been using Cruising Power for a number of years. I've been with the company for 5 years now, and Cruising Power was well established when I started. So we have been working in this digitalization world for quite a good amount of time now. Additionally, personalization is a big piece in the market, in tourism as a whole, and we have so many different tailor-made options for our customers, for our guests. No experience is the same for anyone. Even when you're on the same ship and the same sail date, everyone gets to pick something different. You can have different dining options. You can have different shore excursion options. You can just stay on board the ship, or you can get off at every port. There are so many different ways to make sure that our guests are having the absolute perfect experience for them. Even when you go as a group, as a family, there are so many ways that even within that, you can change up what your holiday is going to look like. So we take care of that really well. And then experiencing,
Christy,
yes, yes,
if I
Shine.
can add, say on this point, say uh, this is becoming more and more important. Of course, first of all, the cruise product is typically a personalized product, much more than how say commodity travel services. But this is clearly one of the trends of the post-COVID, as it is the next one, the experience. So it's very, very important.
Yeah, absolutely. So experiencing tourism is another piece that we're seeing a lot, where people really want to dig in and experience what the company has, what the what they can see. And we of course have our Royal Wow, where we truly deliver for our customers, and we go above and beyond to make sure that we have so many great opportunities and so many great experiences on board, as well as on shore. When you go into a Royal Caribbean shore excursion, you're going to have absolutely amazing experiences. Gianni, did you have anything to add to this one?
I would say on this that another clear trend of the post-COVID times, it's a clear shift for the of the consumer spending from goods to experiences and services. So we have seen a huge, say, bounce back from, of course, the COVID times. Now it's more than 2 years, but say the sales trends in general leisure travel industry was absolutely brutal because again we have been how to say in lockdowns. Probably we had to give up some of our personal life, and then again when we returned to a normal life, rather than investing or spending as we did in the past in goods, a new car or something, or education, I mean now it's very much about living now and having the best unforgettable memories of what we do.
Absolutely. My sister's really embraced this. She's like, I don't want to buy gifts anymore for holidays or for birthdays. I want to have experiences. I want to get out and live life. I want to see the world with my daughter and do these different things instead of buying her items and things to entertain her. I want to give her memories. That is a big trend, a big shift, especially since COVID, right? Like in that post-COVID world, people want to have those experiences. So we are there for it. We are all about the experiences on board Royal Caribbean. And then bleisure. This is a unique word that I hadn't heard before. Um, Business and leisure. So finding that blend, and we have so many opportunities for that. I actually just got back. I was on Oasis of the Seas last week. It seems like such a short time ago that I was out dancing and having a good time and training people. We had 400 agents from across the EMEA region who came and joined us for Seminar at Sea. We had 6 different language trainings that we did, and it was absolutely an amazing time. And it really was that blend of business and learning and expanding what our knowledge for the company, but also getting to enjoy and get out and relax and meet new friends and make new networking opportunities. And we have so many opportunities through MICE. So I'm not going to dig into this very much because you guys did have a session on this just a week or two ago, where MICE came and spoke to you. We like to make sure that you guys have all of the information for this. So if you have questions, go back and watch that YouTube session on the mice session. Uh, Gianni, did you have anything to add in regards to the
No,
bleisure
Christy.
pleasure trend? Okay, perfect. And then of course expanding the booking window. So pre-COVID, we had a booking window of about 9 or 10 months out for our customers. And during COVID window and since then it dropped down to about 4 months, and we are on an upward trend again, where people are booking further in advance. They're feeling more comfortable and more confident at getting those bookings done a little bit further out. And I think we're at about 6 months, 6 or 7 months right now that we are booking in advance, which is amazing. That gives your customers so much more time to really prepare for their holiday, to dream about it, and to start looking at the different things that they want to add. That's going to add a higher AVP for our customers every day, so that we are going to see those higher profit customers coming through that we like to see. Gianni?
Well, no. Well, the only thing to add is how important is to expand the booking window. You said, okay, 7 months is our current average, say, booking window. It was 9 months in 2019, but only again 3 or 4 months, say, in 23. So what I mean is we are getting there. It's important because we all sail the same ships, same itineraries. The access of an American is the same of the access of an Israeli or a Portuguese guest. So it's important that we sell in advance, obviously, to secure a better price and also inventory for the summer. So we are competing with totally open world.
Yes, absolutely. Inventory is such a key piece, isn't it? Like, especially if you're looking at booking anything more than just a couple, you want to make sure you're finding the right rooming opportunities and the right space for your customers. And the further out that you book, the better your opportunities are. I remember when I was on the phones a couple years ago when I was doing bookings, sometimes a room that I'd be looking at would just disappear, and it's because it's a global inventory.
Mhm.
Everyone across the entire globe is pulling
Absolutely.
from the same exact set of rooms. So if you don't get it when you see it, it will be gone possibly the next time that you come back because someone else wants that same room also. So absolutely uh, great reasons to be booking in advance is to make sure you're getting that inventory. All right, Gianni, talk to us a little bit about AI. Tell us what you've seen. Tell us a little bit about what you're getting here.
AI, I would say, is not a new thing, but say in the way it's say expanding or enhancing, improving, it is becoming something obviously to bear in mind and to use. Artificial intelligence is now, again, it is not new. In the end, the form of artificial intelligence, where I don't know the CRM tools, or if you think of Google AdWords, remarketing, retargeting strategies, first chat box, I mean, they are what they can consider artificial intelligence. But now it's becoming mainstream, and it is more and more available for any business, regardless big or a family business. I do remember maybe a few weeks ago, I had a presentation given by an Italian online travel agent, a medium-sized travel agent, and online agent. And I found absolutely outstanding the way they are using the artificial intelligence basically to manage, handle most of the conversation with customers. So how rich was the information that the system was returning? So that I would say, in their case, I mean, uh, probably a third of the initial interaction with customers was basically artificial intelligence driven. So artificial intelligence is here.
Wow. And of course, it's more than just a fun tool. Tell us a little bit about what it's doing for
Yeah,
us.
yeah. It's first of all, it's now pervasive. I mean, can be used in our marketing activities. Again, we mentioned retargeting, remarketing, analytics. Absolutely, this is a save of, I would say, time, energy, and also specific skills. Tools like Power BI, or basically what Microsoft typically offer, are in a way making our life and also our decisions about how to approach our customers more and more, how to say, focus and reach again of information. So also one of the last points helps make the first contact absolutely. So is a saving of manpower for sure. It is more and more helping to put the customer at the center of what we do. And again, it's providing more and more rich information so that in a way it's a great support to the uh, human touch.
Awesome. That is so intriguing how much that AI is doing these days in the industry, isn't it? Like so many different things that we can get help with, we can get assistance with, and it really is such a useful tool. All right. Next up in our trends is that we want to make sure that we're aligned with our sales and our marketing. So this is really about making sure that um, what you're showing, what you're providing is matching up with the information that you're sharing out. And I know that sometimes there can be some disconnects between the sales team and the marketing team, but making sure that you've got your systems in place to bring all of that information together. Gianni, do you have information to share on this?
I would simply say that, as you said, that the line which was dividing marketing teams and sales team is no longer existing, I would say. So it's a single team. Again, the creation of the information and then how we feed our customers with this information and we sell the product is absolutely the same process. That's why I can see more and more sales and marketing teams that are unique teams in a way, or smaller, leaner teams. So, but I would say that sales and marketing, or marketing and sales, are absolutely now two faces of the same coin.
Absolutely. They really do go hand in hand together. And if you're
Yes,
not
they do.
if you're not bringing the same message to the table every time, then it really does. muddy the waters and make it confusing and hard. So finding ways to make sure that you're working together as a team, that it is the same coin that you're using, that it is hand in hand with each other is really a crucial piece of making sure that you are leading ahead of time. All right. And then let's talk about digitalizing your sales channels. So Gianni, you want to tell us some about this?
Yeah, it's again a task for all of us. We can work for a big corporation, for an online agent, or for a brick and mortar agent, but we all must digitalize basically our sales channels. This means we talked a bit earlier about artificial intelligence, but it is in general what we can do basically to provide information about our products or services to the customers, the way we sell to them. So in this case, I refer to basically websites or booking websites or apps and so on. What is very, very important is that uh, everything is changing at an incredible pace, but also technology is available for a fraction of the cost of a few years ago. For example, I do remember this. So when internet became mainstream and also a mainstream tool for selling travel online, I joined a company, lastminute.com, a British company. Our colors were pink as your shirt, Christy. And so
I
lastminute.com
could
then
tell it.
became part of Travelocity, Expedia. So it was one of the first online agents. But I do remember that in our office in London, I would say 80% of the team were basically developers. We were developing our own language, our own codes and so on. Today, say everything is quite handy, is quite available, say for a fee, for a cost, of course, but everyone can access the digital world with very, very little barrier to the entrance. So basically, it's very, very important that we have in mind what artificial intelligence can do for us, that developing a bookable website is something very, very easy, and also how important is CRM, of course, to understand, say, who our customer is, our those that already booked for us, so the repeat users, and basically again have the best and most tailor-made approach to each of them.
Absolutely. It is so easy these days to create websites and to have that digital experience. There are so many different tools and resources out there available. I've even built my own website in the past for something I was doing and I was like, "Oh man, this is so user friendly." Like it's accessible these days. Going digital is very accessible and very easy to do. All right. And then here's a really fun trend that I think is just amazing, which is our existing customers are going to generate more
Yeah.
value. So it's really amazing because you you have someone who knows the product, who knows the brand, who knows the experience that they're going to be getting. And when they come on board, they're going to generate more value for our brand overall. So working with those people, those customers who are coming back and getting them again, someone who's booked a next cruise, for example, is
Mhm.
going to generate more value for you. You're going to get more out of that experience, as are they, as are we. So it's a win-win-win when you're looking at all three sides of this. Those existing customers just simply bring more for us. Gianni, what do you think about that?
I absolutely agree. I would add that that is a matter of cost and incremental revenues. So why cost? I have always been in sales. Maybe now it's general management, but I'm a salesperson. That's the bottom line. And when you are in sales, if you do have a sales instinct, you are inclined to go after any potential source of new guests or revenues, no? And any travel agent, any segment, whatever. Although sometimes some distribution channels, some customers are not exactly aligned or in line with your selling proposition or the service that you are selling. But again, this is a natural attitude to go after any potential business. Existing customers for us, well, typically in our market, the past cruisers or I would say repeaters are typically a third, 30% of our database. Why cost saving? It's a cost saving because obviously their acquisition costs So basically the marketing investment or the effort to acquire an existing customer is ways lower than the investment to get a new customer. So from the cost point of view, is a clear advantage. And then, as you said, they already know our products, services. They are our, say, testimonial. So what I mean is they know knowledgeable about our services. They can basically onboard other people, maybe friends, relatives, and so on. And number three is proven for us. They do spend and invest more in our cruises, in the ticket. They spend more on board. They get and purchase more experiences. Absolutely. So this is a main focus area. So my recommendation is look after and again, take care of what you already have in-house before going after, say, maybe new sources of revenues or new customers. You
Absolutely.
mentioned Next Cruise. This is absolutely a good example. Next Cruise is again a program that now is up and running for a few years. Your customers on board can book the next cruise with us. It's win-win-win. You get your commissions fully paid. So for us is a clear example of advanced booking. So basically expanding the booking window we mentioned a while ago. And it's also a win proposition for the customer because again, they can book, I'll say, the promotion of the day, so they can get the best price and the promotion available the day of the booking. On top of it, of course, they can also have a further saving or onboard credit up to $600, which is of course very, very valuable. So this is about Next Cruise. Another example of obviously is encouraging especially your past guests, because they already know, say, our service, our cruises, to use Precruise Planner, I mean, to book in advance or organize in advance their onboard experience, again, to get the best price on a number of experiences, but also, again, to have their schedule for the week already done before they go.
Absolutely. You mentioned, Gianni, that having people who are repeat customers, right? Those existing customers, really, they're bringing in other customers for you too. And I kind of laugh about that. I kind of joke about it right now because I tell people that I've been with Royal Caribbean since 2007, but I've been getting a paycheck from Royal Caribbean since 2019 because I went on my first cruise and I loved it. And I started talking about it with everyone that I knew, anyone who was talking about a holiday, anyone who was talking about needing to get away from work for a little bit. I was like, "Have you considered a cruise? Talk about a cruise." And and people who have a great experience are going to keep coming back. I don't know what the exact number is, but it's over 80% of our customer base is loyal to Royal and have cruised with us multiple times. It's a of customers that continue to come back over and over and over again. And you can see it when you're walking down the hallways of the ship. You see Pinnacle Club things put on the walls and Diamond Plus, and people wear their lapel pins saying what level they're at because it's important to them, because they absolutely love the brand. And you're going to get more than just someone who's booking their cruise once or twice a year when you're talking to those existing customers and continuing to get their repeat business, because you're going to get people who are talking with everyone else around them. So this piece right here, this is such a crucial piece in the trend of sales. All right, and then Gianni, we're going to talk about changing from sales to consulting and what that needs to look like. Do you want to start out with this one?
Yes, sales to consulting means that today the information about destination products, it's absolutely, I'll say, more available than a few years ago. And also customers review or any kind of customer input is available through the net, is providing more and more information to our basically potential guests or guests. So say that we must bear in mind that someone contacting us for a cruise probably is already well prepared, or is already, how say, knowledgeable, more knowledgeable than a customer of a few years ago. So that's why our way to interact with the guest, our customer, so changed over time. And again, it's now a matter of adding value to basically the information or adding value to the preparation that a customer already has when they contact us. So we are not just here to sell, starting from scratch. It's simply, I say, a company escorting our guests towards the booking, adding value to what they already found from different channels.
Yeah, absolutely. People it's always funny when people tell me that, oh, it's too expensive for these guys, or they didn't like the price or different things like that, because they've got access to the internet too, and they've already done their research. What they're looking for is reassurance that they've made the right choice, that they're looking at the thing that's going to be the best fit for them. They're asking you to confirm, to consult with them and say, this is why you're going to love this opportunity. And I think that that's one of the things that people kind of don't realize, is that a lot of times, I mean, with the exception of people being in their, 80s and 90s and hundreds and saying, oh, I don't have access to internet. I've worked with seniors before. They still have access to internet, let me tell you. They're online doing things too. And and they have the ability to check pricing. They have the ability to look at the itinerary. They're coming to you because they want the confirmation. They want someone to tell them, yeah, this is a great option for you. So that sales to consulting piece is a big component, I think, in what we're doing as a team. So, and then of course, sales are requiring more interactions than before. So this is new here. It used to be that it only took a couple of interactions, but at this point it's taking between 3 and 4 interactions to close a sale at this point in time. And the average that a lot of sales teams are doing is that they're only doing about 2 interactions to get that sale closed right now. So think about this. You want to be making sure that you are taking the time to go ahead and reach out to that customer again and be like, I'm still here. I'm ready to help you when you're ready to go. Gianni?
There is a good news, because more interaction could entail a longer time, which is not the case. There are more interactions, but say that interactions are much shorter in time. That's why having the right pace is also extremely important. But I cannot agree more on this. I mean, customers are shopping around, customers say get informed from different sources, also our own sources. And then again, the number of interaction absolutely grew rather than decreasing.
Amazing. All right. And then our last point for today is that sales culture remains a top priority. Do you want to talk about this one, Gianni?
Absolutely. This is not a new sales trend. This is the history of sales. I can tell you this again. I started in sales very, very long ago, in the early 80s. In my first years, I worked for a big shop of electronic appliances. And again, in a totally digital world, imagine no computer, no internet, no mobile phone, nothing. It was just myself as a salesman. I was selling the white line, I mean, fridge, washing machines, and so on. So, and everything was so involuted in a way that in the morning I was selling, and in the afternoon I was delivering what I had sold in the morning. But here the point is very simple. When a customer, so a potential customer, say, stepped into the shop, I mean, everyone was absolutely, I'll say, focused on them. What I mean is sales culture and sales values are the most important thing. And they were the same today to maybe 40 years ago, absolutely the same. Have your right mindset, or think that customers are everywhere and they are near you. So don't forget them. So they are at the center, not our product. So we sell a fantastic product. So the Royal Caribbean experience is great. But again, we must be very, very mindful about becoming supplier or product centric. We must be client centric. So about values, listening, number one, being creative, being interested in what our guests basically are looking for, being passionate, dedicated, honest, credible. So this is the most, absolutely the most important. Again, it's not a new trend. This is as old as the history of sales. But again, I would say that having a positive mindset, putting customer at the center of the stage, this is still the most important in our day-to-day sales and marketing activities.
Amazing. Amazing, amazing. Gianni, thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Thank you to you
It's
all.
been a pleasure having you here. I'm so glad that we got to do this session together. Alex has been in the chat, so he's been taking care of any questions that might have been coming through. And of course, he is going to drop in the link to our our survey so that you guys can fill that out for us. We do have one more session. It is on Thursday, and it is going to be about our trade pre-cruise planning portal. It's going to be 10 a.m. on Thursday, and you're going to be that's going to be held by Ahmed and Max. So they're going to be here to talk to you guys about our trade pre-cruise planner portal and get everything that you guys need. Please fill out that survey. We love to get the results and the responses from that so that we can make sure that we are reaching you guys in the ways that you need, that we're giving you the details and information that you want to hear, and that you've enjoyed the session with us this morning. All right. Thanks
Thank you,
again for joining
everyone.
us, you guys. Have a
Thank
great
you,
day.
everyone. Have a good day.
Thanks, Gianni.
Thank you.